Hi, today we will cover what is the sprint planning, what's the goal of sprint planning, agenda, tools, best practices, challenges, roles. Everything will be covered in this video. So let's get started. What's the sprint goal? This is some business goal actually that combine team's effort. Team needs to understand, for example, we would like to have registration new users. That's why team understands that they need to split their work on some user stories. They need to put into their future sprint user stories that correspond to this goal to fulfill it. Next one is agenda. Agenda is first of all you need to estimate tasks. You need to split your user stories on some subtasks related to front-end or back-end work, and you need to review product backlog totally to understand what is the best user stories can reflect your sprint goal that you already set and we mentioned previously. Another it's roles. We have three roles in the Scrum. It's a dev team, Scrum Master and Product Owner. Product Owner responsible for prioritization backlog, and he or she, Product Owner, helps to select proper tickets and to team to the sprint backlog. Sprint backlog it's another bucket, I would say, that we will take to our sprint, and we will do in this bucket of user stories in the future sprint. We have two sprint backlog and product backlog. So product owner responsible for product backlog and for product backlog prioritization, and we are picking up the most prior work from product backlog to sprint backlog. It's clear, I hope. Another role, it's a Scrum Master. Scrum Master facilitates the meetings. It's a person. What I mean, it's a person who are tracking time box, who focusing the team on a particular topics, that needs to be for sure discussed during this call, and Scrum Master increase efficiency of team collaboration during this call. And another role, it's a development team. Development team consists of 7 plus minus 2 people in an ideal world. And the team includes QAs, developers. It can be QAs, developers. Somebody who will be actually doing this work. Okay, I hope it's clear with roles. Let's jump on tools. Usually during this call we are using Jira and Confluence and Scrum Poker. Jira, Confluence, it's tickets tracking systems where we have the really nice view how to track and dashboard and sprint backlog, product backlog, and so on. Just a regular tool for software development. Some companies and teams using Azure DevOps, Monday, Trello, and so on. It depends on your taste. As for the Scrum Poker, it can be offline poker, but not a regular one that you think. Scrum Poker actually based on Fibonacci sequence. It's covered in another my video. And online tools. You can just Google Scrum Poker online, and you will see a lot of examples. What else? Challenges. What challenges team can face with? It's limited resources. For example, we just want to have some work done from front-end perspective, and we have two front-end developers. And we sure that from the first glance that it definitely will be done. But we have one backend developer, and he's not able to split his work and to do this in parallel and to fulfill the dreams of front-end developers to finish their work during this sprint. And that's why we have this limit, and we need somehow to mitigate risks or accept the risks that we are not able to deliver even if we have two front-end developers. Another challenges that we are facing with, it's underestimating. And this is a really common mistake in all Scrum teams actually. When they are thinking that they can do this faster, but usually we are facing with a lot of uncertainty that during discovering something in the sprint, and that's why team cannot be able to deliver as much as they would like. Another, it's overestimating. For example, when we are setting 8 story points for some user story, but because of how to say, we didn't dig deeply quite enough for understanding that this is easy user story to do, and that's why we overestimated, and this is not good as well. And the last challenge that I would like to highlight, it's scope creep. When during the sprint we are facing with some changes in our scope. For example, some stakeholders coming with really urgent requests, or something changed on the market or in business, and we need for sure to change our user stories and change our sprint goal, for example. But it's critical. And when we are changing sprint goal, we just canceling the sprint actually. But when we have returning back to sprint scope creep, in this case we need to track the percentage, how many user stories were planned, and what were changes during the sprint. For example, adding, removing user stories. Everything should be reflected in your, I would say, sprint report after your sprint finished. And it helps you to understand and to dig into root cause analysis to understand what's going on and how you can prevent it, to make more stable your scope. And the last topic, it's best practices. How I'm managing personally in all my projects this sprint planning. Usually on my practice I'm just using sprint planning to plan the work, because before this sprint planning I already did investigation, estimation, breaking down user stories on subtasks for front-end, back-end, whatever, to have the sprint planning as small as possible. For example, it can be half an hour or hour, but we already during the previous sprint did some work like refinement, backlog grooming, or user breakdown session, and so on. And during this sprint planning, I already have prioritized, well-defined product backlog, where I just picking up with the team according to our sprint goal tickets and not spending the time on discussions. That's it. I hope this video was useful for you, and that's why please subscribe, click like button, and see you.